Hello, hello, hello. This is another episode of the Mental Threads Podcast, episode 146. I'm sure it's 46 this time. Just so many. Anyway, I'm here with my guest, Maya Chancellor, if you'd like to say something.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's here. I'm Maya. Sorry. I'm here.
But yeah, you are Maya indeed, and everything. Yeah, me and Maya actually met in the Year Up program and whatnot. We just went past was that the 6th week or the 7th week?
I think 6 week. It was a
Okay,
six.
and
Yeah.
then we get a week off, and then we get back for the 7th week, and then the 8th week, and then we're done.
Right.
Yeah,
It
man.
went by so fast. You say it
Did
like
it?
that.
Did it really? I mean, it kind of went fast enough we went at this point. But it was kind of like a struggle in between. I was working
No,
at the
trust me.
hospital. I was working at a warehouse in between. There was a lot going on in the background.
Oh, wow. So you were working in between doing Europe as well.
Yeah, first, but since I left my last job and then my last job, it's just been just me just focusing on Europe only at this point because just let me just put my energy in this and just see what it has to show me
Yeah.
the following year. Because my friend, like I know you've seen my presentation, like my friend literally got a project coordinator job just because of Europe.
Yeah, of course. So it's like you really can go far with this. So
Yeah, man. And he didn't even graduate from university, the same university we went to. Like
no,
I
yeah.
knew him before we went to university, but it's like he was there for like 1 year, then he left, and then he like now he's like a project coordinator.
Wow. See?
Yes.
See how far you can go with this? That's why I'm staying with it here.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, see, he went from being a chef to being a whole coordinator, like
That's
for the same
crazy.
company, which is crazy. So very crazy. But in regards to the Euro program, how you feeling about it so far? 'Cause I know we got the Accelerate program, only got like a couple weeks and everything. But how you feel about it altogether?
Actually, it's been really great. I feel like I've learned a lot so far, but I feel like it's been, like you said, kind of hectic, rushed a little bit. So it's a lot of information to learn in 6 weeks or 8 weeks. So, but I'm loving it still. Like I said, I'm gaining so much knowledge from this, and then also to see where people who have like gone off and taken this further, it's very
Mm.
motivating.
Well, I'm very motivated by the Scrum Master, the 19-year-old Scrum Master. What was her name? Sankara Sharp.
Yes, who bought her own house?
Yeah,
Yes.
at 20, I couldn't even imagine what is she. Like, I know maybe that probably would have been the thing, like maybe back in the 1990s, maybe 1980s. But it's I don't know. Nowadays, it's like, I feel like things are just way too expensive. Like to know that you actually bought
Right.
a whole house
Mm-hmm.
and everything, I'm like, man, now that's
That's
motivating me. Like, wow, I could really change my life.
exactly.
All I gotta do is be in the right place and the right time and actually have the right mindset, but also have like an ambition too. Cause she was right out of high school and now she bought her own house. So
That's what's crazy is like she didn't know what to do. She tried Europe and it worked out so much that she got a house. That's
yeah,
all you need to hear.
all you need to hear for sure. That's why I really need to get on that whole Scrum Master thing. Like once we get off,
Hmm.
I hope they could be able to. Everybody in the cohort could be able to help me get in, and everyone else in the cohort is so like helpful and like cool and chill. Like I feel like everybody gets
Right.
along so generally. Like there's no issues or nothing.
Exactly. I feel like because we are all like we all have like a goal of wanting to further ourselves. I think everybody's just really chill, laid back, and they're all taking it seriously, but they know, we're all still humans. And I think that's also how Europe kind of set it up. So,
Yeah,
you
for real. I
know,
know. Like when I got to Europe and everything, I don't know. I just got a random phone call out of nowhere, and then it's just like something about Europe, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll try it. Like they said, I signed up for it. I can't even remember signing up.
I know, right?
It might have been an ad. Do you remember signing up for Europe?
No, and then like you said, I got like a random call and then I got a text and I was like, who is this? Okay, sure.
And now we're here,
Right, and now we're here, exactly.
getting so familiarized with each other and everything. You didn't make it to game night, right? At Crystal's house.
No, I was sick. I wasn't feeling good. I'm so sad I missed it. That's why I asked her like, when are we meeting out again? And she said, I think Charlotte is going to try to plan something. So hopefully. Some people said they wanted to hang out maybe around New Year's Eve, so we'll see.
Yeah, I was talking about it with Corey and everything because me and Corey went to the same high school. I don't know if people know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we went to Queens Grand. We're not very happy about that. It's just
I understand. I
yeah,
understand.
yeah, it was a weird charter school and everything, but everybody's just generally chill and
Yeah.
everything because it's just like yeah, when we're at game night at Crystal's, I didn't know what to expect. I know I think I was the third person to show up. I think
Hmm.
Leanne and Aaron was there, and then I just pulled up. I think I was the third person, and we were just kind of chilling for everybody else. I thought I was coming in late, 'cause I was like 20, 30 minutes. I wanted to go get some Bojangles beforehand, just in case.
Just
Just in
in
case,
case.
just
Yeah.
let me not be hungry while I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like, be like,
Of
But
course.
it was all chill vibes. They're playing a little bit of some music. We're just playing board games, Uno, the regular. I think Aaron had his own board game, like card game. I don't know what it was. Something about lion. I don't know what it was. But everybody was just getting along. Everybody was just chilling. I was like the time just kind of flowed by so quickly that you didn't even realize it. Yeah.
Right. I know, and that's how everybody feels. So I know I was sad I missed that. So I'm glad to like know that everybody had a good time and they want to do it again. So I'm
I
excited.
mean, after the whole year program, so I could see us still hanging out with each other. To be
Of
honest.
course. No, I feel the exact same way.
Which is weird because it's like we only met each other like a couple weeks ago, but it feels like I get along with y'all most than more people than most people that are in Charlotte and whatnot. But it's just
Exactly. Right. And then some of them aren't from Charlotte. I think that's also part of it.
surprising.
Mm-hmm.
But Crystal's from New York, I think, and she just
Yep.
settled down. So it's like she's still trying to find herself here in Charlotte and
Hmm.
whatnot. So she's like, I guess I guess I feel like that's what she was kind of ambitious to kind of get us to like kind of chill at her house and everything. After like we were at the whole when we are doing that whole you know what I mean, the whole networking event with the board games and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, so I feel like she was kind of inspired by that. I feel like she just wants to socialize more, which really isn't as hard as people think it is in this day and age.
Hmm.
Like I know I'm in two group chats for Charlotte, like on GroupMe right now, like for 24-year-olds and plus, and it's just I think I dropped the link in the group chat. I don't know if y'all tapped in or not. But it's like it's really just everybody they just have an event all the time. I never show up because I'm always busy. But it's just
But you know you have it there. That's what matters.
yeah, but I have interacted with them until I even had them on the podcast too. Like we're having it right now, but I met them in person and stuff. It's just cool. So I think one of the guys I think got into a bit of an accident. I need to call him like soon, but it's just
Yeah,
like the date.
go
This
check
is
on
like
him, T.
huh?
I said, go check on him, T.
Oh no, I did. I've texted him. Like we already texted. I just haven't called him. That's the thing. Like I feel like when you call people, it just sounds a little bit more concerning. But it is what it is. But you know how it can
Right.
be. I don't know. Like days seem a lot shorter now, don't it?
They do. Or actually, you know what? I don't know about that. With Europe, they feel longer.
You really think so? I feel like it'd be shorter because after the whole Europe thing, like it's automatically night. Like like
Yeah.
even like dude, after Friday Forum, I just went to go get pizza, like, and then it was 2 o'clock, and then it was just like then I want to put gas in my car and I do some other things, and then next thing you know, like it's close to 5:25, like it's just getting dark and stuff.
Yeah, I think yeah. That's the part that bothers me. Once it gets dark, my body's like, oh, it's time for you to go to sleep. Like it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, and then it's like, what happened? Like now, wait, the whole week's just over. Like I was wondering how I was gonna make it through this week to get to like the following week where we don't have to do more Europe stuff and everything. And now it's just like, okay, well, like, so what? This year's just closing out fast like that. That's kind of scary, ain't it?
Right. It is. It really is.
This is a fast year, very very fast year. I don't know what's up. This we're in an accelerated program. I felt it was an accelerated year altogether.
Right. It pushed us forward fast, I will say that.
Oh yeah, surely. So it's like generally you pretty much get along with the whole Euro program, and it's just like if you were to choose an internship, what do you think about heading? Like probably Bank of America or LPN?
Um, if I had to choose a internship,
Yeah.
mm.
If I had to choose, I'd choose Sony, but it's like Charlotte doesn't sponsor Sony.
Oh, good point. I would choose Spotify, and that's in California, so
Yeah,
mhm.
I
It's
wish, but
hey, don't ever put it past you though. You might do good with where you do intern at,
and then
and you
go
might be
somewhere
able,
else.
they might be able to make it over there. So that's my vision. I see.
Yeah, this whole internship thing came at the right time for real, man. Because
Mm.
it's like I feel like not only will I have an internship the following year. I mean, they said this one moment they say the stipend's going to be 600 a week, and the next time they say it's going to be 300. I was kind of hoping it was 600, but it was like,
Right.
dang. I really don't have to get like if I had to get a part time job, like let me not get a part time job. I got to put like hella hours on.
Right, exactly.
Like let's just be just like okay, just some extra money, just a little bit of an assist type thing. But I don't know, it's just hard to manage, man. It is so tough to manage.
It
And
is.
it can be a little bit, but generally, like, it just I really like the people in Europe. Like, even like the
Hmm.
mentors, like Dr. J and like Skip. Like, everybody's like cool and everything.
Yeah, that's the other great part is that the staff is really cool. Like it's some of them I've connected with further or I just have just conversations with, like I've known them forever.
Mm,
And so that's a really great part. That really helps. I've
yeah,
never really had that somewhere, so now that I think about it.
yeah, no, seriously, and it's like everyone seems like so genuine. Like they're not like trying to be like, oh yeah, like I have CMS teachers kind of be sometimes. And they're just like
Hmm.
whatever with it. Like I feel like they're actually focused on us developing and actually wanting us to develop. So it's like,
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm making a very good decision sticking with Europe and everything. Although like the infractions for me, like from being like late or just straight up just missing a day, were just kind of being concerning for a little while. But I feel like I can still make it through. Like
Yeah.
I think Dr. J like said like I got an internship already. She just doesn't know what company, so I just got to keep it up for the next 2 weeks and just let it take it from there. I know the
Yeah.
EXO pre-assessment were kind of crazy though.
Oh my gosh. I got stuck on Monty. I got stuck.
You get stuck on the VLOOKUP one?
Yes, that's the one that tripped me. And then you know what? I was stuck on it for so long, and all I had to do was change one letter.
Yeah, no, seriously, it was so scary because I'm just like, oh snap, what do I do? We were reviewing earlier that day, but it's just like we forgot to go over VLOOKUP. I feel like that would have saved because we didn't know what
Hmm.
was gonna be on there. Like pivot tables was nothing for me, but as soon as I went to VLOOKUP, I'm like, oh, that's scary.
I know.
I made it through though, which is crazy and everything. So I'm happy about that. But anyway,
Yeah.
back and focusing on you and everything. Like, I know you did your whole morning motivation. How long did it take you to get that slideshow together?
To be honest, I've been working on that for like the past week.
Past week. It took you a whole week to do
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was going between like I didn't know like what template I wanted to use or how I wanted to design it and what I wanted to talk about, so it took me a minute.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. I mean, I don't know. I make PowerPoints like all the time growing up and everything, so it's just like it wasn't really so much an issue of like what to talk about, but like for my issue, it was like I was talking like I added too much stuff. I barely read the rubric, so it's just like I just assumed like I didn't even compare with other people. I just thought it was something I could just get done, and just be on my way. But
Right.
the first draft of my motivation presentation, it was like 50 slides long. And I didn't even realize. I just thought like maybe I was just gonna spend a little bit of time just tap 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 and then just show the pictures and everything.
Oh
But it's like
wow.
yeah, I had to shorten it to 10 slides, which I thought was gonna be difficult, but I managed to get it done.
No, it was really great. I loved your presentation.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Like I just yeah, it's just I feel like everybody's presentation was pretty well and good and
Yes.
everything. Like it's just like I had to put some time in mine, so I had to make sure I got everything out. I really liked yours. How it's like it really alluded to like iHeartRadio and everything, and pretty much show like your love for music and so which really kind of really kind of had me excited for this episode for sure. And everything. I know people listen like, oh, are they going to talk about music yet? But it's like yeah, I just thought it was like pretty cool and everything and whatnot. But transitioning in and everything, we had to go into your background. You're pretty much born and raised in Charlotte, right?
Yes, born and raised. One of the very few I feel.
In the Europe program or just in Charlotte in general?
In Charlotte in general, I feel like a lot of people in Charlotte are from other places when I meet them.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. No,
Hmm.
seriously. I talk about that all the time in past episodes and everything. It just seems like a lot of folk be like, just freaking just be from Chicago or from Florida or New
Right.
York is the
Random places.
yeah, New York is the main place I feel like a lot of people
Hmm.
are coming from, which is
Yeah.
like crazy and everything. Like it's just, but it's like, yeah, I was actually born and raised in Charlotte too.
Oh wow. Okay. Hello,
Yeah.
brother.
98, February 98 and everything. Yeah, born and raised. I went to Catholic school. And I started a Presbyterian preschool and then a Catholic school, private school for elementary, and then I went to like middle school and Ballantyne Plantations. That was not fun. Uh, it's just
That sounds like not fun.
yeah,
If
very
I'm
not fun. It was good the first 2 years, but then the last year got really, really bad. And then it was
Ugh.
just then I went to it. Then my mom's made me go to like a charter school in Matthews, and then I was just like, ugh, man. And we had no gym. We ain't had no gym. We ain't had no library. We ain't had no clubs. It was a really small charter school.
What were y'all doing then?
Just the absolute most. People just beefing over dumb stuff. Like it was just a weird mixture of like bad CMS kids and preppy white kids. So it's just like,
Ah,
yeah, that's the kind of school me and Corey went to. Everybody, I feel like we can agree that most people from that place during our time was like borderline retarded and
oh
everything.
my gosh, that's crazy.
It was so annoying. But everything. But what schools did you go to?
I actually went to for elementary, I went to J.H. Gunn.
Mm.
For middle school, I went to Northeast Middle School, and then right around the corner is Independence, where I went for high school.
Oh, so when you graduated from Independence?
Oh, I'm about to shock you. Because you just shocked me saying February 98.
Oh,
Um, I graduated from Independence in 2011.
what? What?
Yes.
That is crazy. I would have never so. Was it just like an early graduation? Like, were you like super smart?
No, no, that was normal going through school.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
crazy. You graduated from Independence before I even left my middle school. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I mean, I don't know. Damn, I don't know what to say. I mean, that's crazy.
It's okay. I said I was gonna shock you.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to say anything like offensive. Like it's just like I just like, oh wow. I said, did I say black don't crack? Like I don't know.
Right. No, honestly, it really doesn't.
It really, really does. I would assume like you were way younger. I thought maybe you probably graduated like high school like 2018 or something like that.
Oh, I'll appreciate that. I'll start saying that from now on.
Don't. It is what it is, but I mean, okay. So well, after a high school independent, where did you go after that? Do you consider going to college, or you just thought
Uh,
to go on a different?
Col so at that point, like really when I graduated, I did not know what I wanted to do.
Thing,
So I was trying community college. I went to CPCC.
which is crappy.
Crappy. I've taken so many courses there and I've never finished because it's
Too
so
much
hard
going
to.
on,
Yeah. And so,
and that's where all the bad kids from CMS all end up at. Like all the kids that
yes, it's so bad up
it's
there.
like the
That's the
worst
other
of the worst
part.
kids, and then they just end up at CPCC.
Right.
So
Taking like one class.
it's better to just take online classes on
Yeah.
yeah, but like so like you just with CPCC you were just constantly taking classes and it just wasn't working out.
So it was more of like my first what I wanted to do at first. I believe it was like in the medical field.
Mm,
And it just wasn't for me. Like I couldn't even get past the terminology test. Like even that was stumping me up. So I was like, you know what? This is not for me. And then
mm,
so just actually a couple years ago, I forgot when, I want to say around like 2018 is when I started to look more into like the business side, but I didn't know what I wanted to do at that point.
mm-hmm.
So I took a couple business classes, but I didn't really do anything with it. And then that's pretty much it. It was just me just trying to figure everything out. And then surprisingly, I didn't need college for some of the stuff that I've already starting to do. So, and
Oh,
especially with Europe or finding Europe was really cool for me.
okay, well that's cool, man. That's cool that you found your way and it wasn't too much pressure. I mean, I know from my transition from high school to college, it was a stressful one because I was still hanging with the same circle group of
Yeah.
people that was just like not good for me at all and everything. So all I used to do as soon as I went to CVCC, I just smoke weed all the time. Like I would still go to class and everything and still study. Like I was still on my stuff, but it's like, you know,
Right.
with the chemistry, it was just I just didn't know what I was doing because I was trying to go into pharmacy because that's what my mom said I should do because oh they'll make so much money, blah blah blah. But I don't know chemistry, so like
Exactly.
yeah,
That was
no
me.
chemistry.
My mom told me with the medical field, you'll make good money, blah, the same thing, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm just like, it's not for me.
It's just not. Some people can actually like you know keep up with all the medical stuff, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I would wanted to be a doctor when I was in elementary school because that's when I just thought I had the capacity for it. And
Right.
I was really interested in reading all types of books about the body, like cells and everything, and lungs. I would just read the little itty bitty kid books and stuff. And I thought, oh, wow, this is so interesting. Oh, I'm so interested in this. And then it's just like, but then over time, it's like I gained other interests. Like I like music, I like writing poetry. I was more poetic. I was more artistic. Like I really like drama class. Middle
Right.
school, I really had a knack for it. Although I only took it once in middle school, which is crazy. I wish I would have took it for 3 years straight and everything. And then it's like maybe I would have been up the curve in terms of like really like trying to get my acting career started and whatnot. Like I wish I would have went to Northwest High School. That really would have set me on the right track. But it is what it is. You can't really complain. It's all God's plan and stuff. And then it's just like with CP. So you hear anything in the background?
Oh no, you're good.
Sorry, it's my dog whining.
Okay.
Oh my god.
He's like, attention, please. I need it.
Just jump on my bed and try to food in my room. Like here. The first thing he did was find more food. But yeah, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, it's just like CPCC was just I feel like it was a much needed for my development, man, because I really need to cut a whole lot of people off and everything. Like I was failing like my second semester because I was falling out with people and everything. And then it was just like, I had to leave CPCC and I had to go to Rowan and Converse and everything.
Hmm.
And that's when I started like going the business route, because it's
Okay.
yeah, because I was messing up hard at CB. I didn't know what to do, like nothing at all. Like it's just like this class wasn't working. I was failing. My GPA was horrible, and
Yeah.
then it's just like I was starting off strong, and I just went completely back. I barely showed up to class and everything. I was falling out with people. People was beefing with me. People I didn't even know, and it was just I just don't want to deal with it no more. So it's just like I got on that car and I just went straight to Rona Cabarrus, and I was just. It was just every time just bumping Childish Gambino, all my songs and everything. But yeah, Childish Gambino really carried me that one time. Like Childish Gambino, and then I think it was Nipsey Hussle. Who else was I listening to around that time? I think it was like a little bit Tyler the Creator here. So it was just I was just
Okay.
jumping in between all types of genres and stuff. But J Cole especially, J Cole, Childish Gambino, Isaiah Rashad, yeah, was definitely on my playlist. Who else? Like I want to just go back my Instagram story. I would always post what I was listening to around that time. But it was just yeah, man. I just had to leave it to God's hands. I'm like, man, please guide me to go where I had to go. And I was just taking these. I was just trying to gain all my credits. So just taking general classes. If you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I was doing better, so much better. I could be able to transfer to a university. I went to UNCC. No, not UNCC. NCCU, North Carolina Central University, and like I graduated top of my class because I chose
Wow.
to go the business route. You know.
Okay. See, it still worked out for you. Worked out. That's good to hear.
Yeah, in a sense, like
Yeah.
a whole story. Like this year's been crazy for me. I graduated 2021, so it's just like I thought things were gonna get smoother, but I don't want to go deep on my side with it. But it's just like in regards to the whole CPCC thing, man. It's just like you really have to rebuild yourself and really go your own way if you want to make it out of this city because it's just like it's town's kind of like mad negative. If you grew up here, it's mad negative. If you just came down here, it's like a playground because nobody
Right.
on trying to like bring up old stuff about you and blah blah, and then talk about you like they know you and they don't even know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. That's how it is when you grow up, and you stay like where you are.
Yeah, but I feel like it's different here in Charlotte. Like it's weird. Like people would really like drag like high school, middle school beef like up until their
Oh
mid.
yeah, they will. They will. They definitely will.
Like I feel like if people can have a disagreement or whatever in a fight like that, they'll leave it like the next year. But it's like y'all be dragging stuff from like years. Like it'd be strange, but it's not even just that, but just also just like the people who interact with you the least talk the most mess about you here in Charlotte. And I feel like that's one of the main things I really dislike about Charlotte as a whole. It's just like we're an underdog city, but it's like at the same time, it's just be like I feel like people do the absolute most here. Like it's just like you don't need to do that to be to fit in or have friends or lock on
Right.
or do things. You don't have to like be cruel to people, backstab your friends, talk mess, gossip. You don't need to do that to have a fun time. Like
Yeah.
you can
You're
really
you're correct on that. I completely understand where you're coming from.
yeah, man. But it's like in regards to from CPCC, what things that you had to What did you focus on after CPCC? Like after you decided to leave CPCC?
Um, I mainly focused on my music.
Uh,
Um, it was something, or really, honestly, I got like it was just like job to job after that, I would say. And
uh,
just in between, I would work on my music. And then honestly, with that, it was something where I didn't even notice it was getting as big as it was with the music. I didn't pay attention to it, and I just happened to check it one day, and it was just like, oh wow, maybe I should really start working on these more. So, um, yeah, it was just like I said, job to job, trying to just figure out what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go with it.
yeah, no, that's really really cool, man. Like
Mhm.
for real. It's like you mostly just DJ and just chopped and screw like songs that you love and everything of that nature.
Yeah, so a lot of my like DJing would just be like me from home at first. Um I did like some radio shows. I've done I think that's pretty much it. Like, interviews like this as well in the past, and then did some like mixes for certain people. So just a little here and there. But I didn't start DJing in person until like this year.
Wow, so you didn't start
Hmm.
DJing until recently, huh?
Yeah, like live, I haven't done that until this year.
Oh well, we had to come out of like a pandemic and everything, so it's just like,
Yeah, that was the hard part. That was really the hard part.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You did radio shows and everything too. It's crazy that you're not even boastful about this stuff. I would have never known this stuff. But I
Yeah,
always talk about like my podcast or my mixtape and everything. You're just bringing it up.
right, I know. That's why I'm like, there's so much. No, I love your confidence in that, and that is inspiring to me to be able to just be like, yeah, I do this. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that, T. I'm gonna start just telling people like, yeah, I have a SoundCloud. Here it is. When you showed yours, I was like, okay, that makes me feel comfortable to show mine. So
Yeah, I mean, you gotta put it out there, man. It's just like,
yeah,
'cause that's how you get more people interested. I wanted to get more interviews, so it's like I gotta tell people I do a podcast, or else how would they even know about it? Like,
exactly.
I even talked to this one girl at Bojangles on the way to Crystal's party when I was at Bojangles, and it's just like I followed her on social media, just showed her my Instagram page and everything, and like not that she was interested in wanting getting on the podcast too, and
Mhm.
everything, because she was trying to head to the Navy pretty soon, so it's just like I just wanted to ask her about what's her motivations with that. It's like the crazy thing about the format of my podcast is more people focused and everything.
Yeah,
So like, when they tell me something, I just relay with them it's either a similar experience or something like that nature. Like I actually do care when I talk. You know, like it's not
exactly.
just like I just listen and everything. I just want to hear what people's backgrounds and like what motivates them and stuff of that nature. So it's just like it just comes, I don't want to say easy to me because it's still like I had to work very hard to get to 146 episodes. You're the 1 to 46, and then it's just like on top of trying to seek out episodes. Sometimes you see people that get annoyed and everything, like, hey, I thought you said we're going to meet up today, and it's like, oh, then switch up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have your moments. You got your moments in there. You got your It's okay. But you made it to 146, and that's crazy.
Yeah, and they'd be like an hour long to like for each episode. Like just having like the patience to talk to someone for a whole hour and
Mm-hmm.
everything, which is really nothing to me, but for the next person, maybe not a whole lot. It's
Exactly.
just
But no, it works for you. I think you're great at this.
yeah. I mean, I'm okay. I wouldn't say I'm great, 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 but I'm getting somewhere for sure. Like I feel like the more I do it, the more I get better at it. You
Oh, while
know.
you're in my Zoom with me in this interview, you're gonna own it. You're doing great at this.
Well, it's nice to know that someone thinks well. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But anyway, for the whole radio show situation, hold up, okay, cool. We only got about like 10 minutes. So it's like for the whole radio show situation. What inspired you to get into do the whole radio show, and how many episodes do you have so far?
So it wasn't my personal radio show. I should start my own now that you just said it like that. I'm thinking. Um it was more of a friend of mine, her name is Jordan. She really inspired me to do everything pretty much the past 2 years, 3 years, I would say, of really boosting my music and getting everything out there. Um, but she has her own radio show and she would invite me on as a guest. And she has a bunch of listeners and she's really popular. So once they heard what I did, they wanted to, so I had some people reach out and want me to do like a mix for them for their radio show. So it was really cool to be able to be like a part of her journey and then also have my own at the same time.
Okay, and what's the difference between a radio show and a podcast? It's just like, well, you only get on certain times of the day, or is it just like the only talk like one topic? Like, what's the difference?
Yeah, so with radio shows you have slot times.
Ah,
So yeah, so like Jordan, she's actually really popular on NTS radio, and that's an international radio.
oh,
And so she'll like just have time slots that she does. It's usually the same time. But she'll just like either pick when she wants to do a certain day, or they'll give her a schedule like every Sunday or every in last Sunday of the month, we want to mix from you.
oh.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's like a weekly thing or a daily thing?
For her, I think it was monthly.
Oh, really? She has to do it just monthly, and and it's popular like that?
Well, it got that popular. T. She before that it was like every week or every other week, and then once she kind of got to the point where she was really good at it and cool with the people, she kind of has her own schedule.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually quite amazing. That's cool. That gives me hope.
Mhm.
So she doesn't have like a whole lot of episodes, huh?
She actually does just a pretty good amount. It's not that much because I think she just started not too long ago.
Mm.
Um, but what she does is just really popular. So,
Yeah, man. One of my biggest thresholds that I'm gonna be focused on after I finally reach 150 is like I really have to really focus on finding a way to get my podcast out there, like way, way out there. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe get blogs out there. 'Cause I want to
right,
just focus on the content so that when people actually look through the descriptions of the episodes and everything, they could be like, "Oh, wow, okay, I see. Like, this is a cool episode. I would relate to this." Or it's like, "Oh, he interviewed a police officer." Or oh, he interviewed an educator. You know, like there's something for everybody
right.
to really get into. You know, in terms of really like understanding it to a certain degree. Although a lot of these like episodes are kind of trapped in certain times because someone will be like, oh yeah, we're talking about homecoming coming up, or some we're doing this coming up, and then like so it's just like I feel like that's like another concern to me. It's just like okay, what if they what if, like I do an episode and mention something that's already passed or done that's you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, I got you.
it's April 2021, so it's just like but it's like I guess I don't really sweat it really as much. I was like, okay, let me just give them something to like listen to or like put it on the back.
Right. Like don't stop. I feel like that's kind of where she was at or where I was at. Like you said, I have or I think 256 tracks, I believe you asked me,
Mm-hmm.
on my SoundCloud. That's not from like if you notice or if you get on like on it with computer, a lot of them say like 8 years ago, 6 years ago. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is something it's the top song that you listen to. I know you know what. Um was from 8 years ago,
Oh, okay.
and it's a top track now. So it's like you got to give
Mm.
people time. Like once they find something of yours, then they'll want to just keep listening to more.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Surely, I feel like that's just it's just one of those things. You just got to consider. It's just that you just got to keep chipping away until you get
Mhm.
somewhere with it. And with it
Mhm.
like, which I don't want to say it's tough, but it's just it can be very taxing on like one's own patience, and everything. Because it's like my goal for next year, like I mentioned on a couple episodes, is to try to drop at least 50 songs, and I haven't dropped any projects since 2021 and everything because all the financial situation I got into just this year. So it's just like, once I get this internship and also do some things on the side and everything,
Right.
I just feel like this upcoming year just kind of just focus on just really doing the things that I wanted to do this year. And it's just like, podcast is one thing, but also dropping 50 songs was like another thing I wanted to do this year, but I couldn't do it. So it's like I just had to push it off for next year and stuff. So it's like I'm really a fan of just like setting up goals for myself and then trying to hit them as much as I can. But also
Right.
speaking into existence a whole lot. So it's like the more
Mhm.
you speak it into existence, the more you're more focused on trying to make it happen. And that's just how I see it. I say, oh, I'm gonna get to 150. I got to get to 150. I'm trying to do this so I can get to 150. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Right. No, I completely understand where you're coming from, and yeah, it's trying on the patience, man. I understand that. Um, because I didn't even see myself being in the spot that I'm in right
Mm.
now. I really thought maybe a couple people would listen to it and I'd be like, okay, great. I
Yeah.
didn't even, yeah. So it's like, and then it's, to think about it, like really 8 years ago, like I
Yeah.
couldn't, yeah, it's crazy. It's all a crazy time. And, but yeah, you just got to be patient with it, I would say. I try not to, I think my thing was I try not to think about it too much.
Mm.
Yeah. So I would just, like, if I drop a track, I drop it. I try not to think about it too much. I just let it be and I let it sit with everyone. And then I'll try come back maybe a couple days later or like a week later and I'll check on it just to see how it's doing. And sometimes it's doing really good, sometimes it's not. It doesn't, I try not to let the ones that are doing bad like brush me off, like, make me upset. I just use that as like, okay, well, I'll just do another better one next time.
Yeah, no, seriously, because it's like you never know. Like it's just like how far you have to chip away to see like the changes and everything. I didn't think I would have so many followers on SoundCloud myself and everything, like or so many listens on my SoundCloud song. This is like my first project, so it's
Right.
just like like I just want to get more engagement, maybe start building a fan base. It's just like well, just you just got to focus on doing what's need to be done in order to really see out your goals through. But we'll discuss more about this in part two and everything. Since we're getting past the whole 5 minute time limit and everything, I would just end the recording. We'll continue it in part two. Yes, episode 146, part two with Maya Chancellor. All right, as we're speaking in the last one, I know we were talking what were we talking about again? We are talking about just we're basically transitioning into your whole interest into doing not blogs, radio shows. Yeah.
Radio shows, yes. I'm sorry, I was like following along with you.
Yeah, I know. It's just there was a little bit of time in between. But anyway, yeah, in regards to radio shows and basically on the difference, I know you had some interest, and you said you wanted to do your own radio show too.
Maybe in the future, that might be something I might venture into.
Okay, would you consider doing a podcast by any chance?
Um, Same thing. Maybe something I'll venture into at some point. I feel like I'm gonna put my hands in everything eventually.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to do. To be honest, it's you got to keep yourself sharp for sure and
Yeah.
everything. I know down the line I want to write me a book. Sure.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I already got a whole couple of storylines thought out and everything and stuff. Like I would definitely consider dropping like a book. I'm thinking about like my goal. If I could probably drop one book, I'll probably drop up to like 8. I'm just saying.
Right. Of course. Hey,
Yeah,
keep going.
just keep on going. That's for sure. Oh, hold up. Uh, hold on. Oh, dang. Sorry. Like I just kind of scrolled through. I think I saw something. I was trying to check the time, and I saw that the jury has reached a verdict in Tory Lane's assault trial, and the verdict to be read soon.
Oh wow. Okay.
Damn, that's gonna be crazy. Like
Yeah,
I
it
try to
is.
keep myself like hands off in regards to things like that and try to be biased. It's just crazy because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this stuff has been going on for like literally 2 years.
Exactly. That's the crazy part that I noticed. And yeah, I'm
Yeah,
the same way. I try to just like I've been staying to myself about it. I'm just waiting to see what the verdict is.
yeah, because I feel like people are just taking too many sides in regard to that whole Tory and Meg the Stallion situation. Like I know I interviewed one girl about it, like I think in my first season, and she
Hmm.
went completely against Tory. It's just like dude, you weren't there though. Like it's just like like I just try to be indifferent about it. Just like just let them decide or whatever, because we never know until we know. But this is the same system where it's like people could literally like get framed for stuff they didn't do and stay in prison for decades over it. And it's
Yeah,
just
true.
that happens so many that a little bit more often than we're willing to like you really consider. So it's just like I don't know. It's just
It's well, I think you think on like if you were a juror, you know what I mean?
I mean I am a juror or anything, but just in general, just for any situation, just anything that's not your business, just be indifferent about it and then just let time reveal what time has to reveal because accusing
That's
people of
true.
stuff they didn't do or like is accusing of people of something and the chances that they didn't do it makes it a lot more foolish and like if they did do it like you got it right, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be indifferent in regards to like hanging on the side that's just that I'm not too sure of, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah, no.
I
I
just
get you.
I just feel like a lot of people in Charlotte do that. It's just like like let's just it just cut back from that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, enough about that. Anyway, we gotta speak more about your time at iHeartRadio. I know you mentioned a whole lot about it in your presentation. So it was basically like a job, right?
Yeah, so it was an internship, but yeah, it was basically a job. It was what I did was usually when I went in, I would either be on a event or I'd be in the office helping out. So yeah, it was a job I had with
Oh,
other jobs.
oh, okay. But how did you even get the internship at iHeartRadio? Because I be trying to apply to all types of radio stations and stuff to get an internship, but I never get a call back.
I was gonna say, I think I just applied.
That's all you did?
Yeah. I'm trying to think, was it something
Was it
else?
like an essay, like Europe?
I think it kind of was. You still get paid as an intern, so that was a cool part. It's not a lot. But yeah, I think I had to write like a whole like little backstory and everything. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to like remember because this was around 2018 or 19. No,
Oh,
actually earlier than that,
so you think maybe 2017, 2016?
something like that. I want to say.
Dang, that is crazy, man. I think that was
Yeah.
the time I was in CPCC. I was transitioned to Rona Converse, so it's like, dang, you and Evelyn got the cool internships, man. Evelyn was like, I think, got an internship at the Charlotte Hornets, and I'm like, dang, like, how do y'all really just get those cool internships? And I'm like, man, those are like the two main places I was trying to seek out for is the Charlotte Hornets and the dang like iHeartRadio for sure. I think one of
Yeah.
my teachers actually trying to hook me up with like a position at iHeartRadio, but then I have like the whole Europe thing going, so I might consider it maybe next year for sure. And once the
Yeah.
whole podcast thing's finished and wrapped around, so it's like, yeah, I might consider it, put a little notch under my belt, like maybe if they want to push me to Sony or something, that'd be cool.
Right. And so yeah, I mean, it's really like flexible. They have just, events like in the evening. You can put your name down for certain events. They like have a calendar. So it's a really flexible thing to do. And you don't have to do that many. You can do as many as you want. Just as long as you're there. If they need somebody to show up for one, you're good. So yeah, I would say definitely keep trying. I'll try to see if I can hook you up in there. I don't know who I know who's still in there, but I'll try.
Okay, cool. I'll just get my English teacher and you. And they
Right.
vouch for me. It's like, oh wow, you got two people. That's more than one. Okay, we got to get him on now.
Yeah,
But it's just
definitely.
like, yeah, but yeah, it's just gonna be a step by step. Do they search for interns for season and everything, or do they just pick a certain time?
Usually seasonally, I believe they do. Or I think they do it like just year round. Because they constantly need people because they're having events and things going on year round. There's concerts. So yeah, I think you can do it year round. They just need the help for promoting the radio and everything in the event. So
Yeah, I'm definitely going to tap in for sure.
yeah.
I know, seriously, it's just like what. So it's like your daily responsibilities with like Europe, like I mean not Europe, iHeartRadio. It was
Mhm.
I know you say you had to help in the office. Like what type of help? You just get people like some staplers, get people coffee or something like that.
Oh no. No, actually when I was there, when I was in office, I did a lot of like digital, like I did their like I'll set up like competitions on their website. Like so I had to like fully set up a website page for
Mm,
them. Um a lot of it in-house was just like answering or making calls to the radio winners, like people who won like stuff over the radio, calling
uh,
them. Yeah. And just letting them know the address, where to come and tell them that they won. So that's
uh,
really cool.
they'd be screaming on the phone. You telling them know that they won. It's like, oh my gosh, I won. Like, is
That's the
that
funniest part. You would expect that, but really it was just like, oh, okay, I won that? Okay, cool. So where do I
yeah.
go get it? And I'm just like, oh, okay, y'all aren't as excited as I am, but okay.
I mean, I'd go crazy and everything because it's just like I don't know, winning something like for like over the radio stuff, you don't really expect it because you even think like so many people are in it. So like, how would I win?
Right, exactly. And sometimes it was really cool stuff. Like, especially if you submitted yourself, you wanted to win this. So, congratulations.
Oh, yeah, no, seriously, that is so cool. Like, so it's like, in regards to artists that you've met and everything during this intern, have you ever met any artists and stuff when you were working for iHeartRadio?
Um, I'm trying to think. I don't believe so. Or if I did, it was more of upcoming artists. So they also have like a studio room in there where they have like artists come in and they'll play music for us. And we
Mm,
just try to listen to them and check it out. While I was there, it was a couple of country artists
mm.
that were coming in. So they would bring us in, let us listen to them. And then, of course, if they had an event, we would go help them at that event.
Okay, okay. So it's like basically like just so you only mostly brush shoulders with the country stars and everything, but not so much on the hip hop side of things.
Yeah, like bigger artists. I mean, I feel like they have like different artists coming in. But I think a lot of the radio stations that are popular with iHeart are are the country
Uh,
stations. So that's I think a lot of the artists they try to pull in, or maybe it was when I was there. It might have changed. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was really cool to see that. I'm trying to think like I really didn't meet anybody. It was just really cool to see like Blink 182 and Lil Wayne. I will say that that was just like really cool.
yeah, I know you mentioned that you seen Lil Wayne, so it's like was that the only like so you just see him in person at the concert, but that's just it. Not actually met them.
Right. Like I feel like our bosses probably had like they got the chance to, but we're just like interns. So we were basically shooting footage and posting it to like their Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and that was my job when we were on the field. That's what we did. So it was but mainly just promotion everywhere. Anything you could get people in pictures. So
That is so cool. That is so cool. And then you get to just design the website, taking pictures of the events, and just being at the event. I bet it was like a ball all the time. You were just working for iHeart like radio. I bet every day was just lit, wasn't it?
yeah, sure, sometimes it depends on the event. That was still fun, but sometimes we had to do the events were like promoting our radio station in front of like Boost Mobile
Mm.
or in front of a gas station or in front of mostly it was like car sales lots. Like so you ever see like a car lot?
Yeah, like a used
Um
car lot.
yeah, or yeah, like that. And they'll just have like entertainment out front or like they're cooking or grilling or something. We
Oh,
would be
okay.
like the radio station out front, like promoting.
That still doesn't sound like anything bad. Like they got some
It's
food and
not
some.
it's not too bad, but it's just like it got kind of boring because you're not really doing any much. You're just pretty much standing there sometimes. So,
But you're getting
but
paid to stand there.
yeah. And then, you got to set up the tent and everything. That tent is not a joke. That is a lot of work.
But you ain't got
And
to
then when,
sell nothing. You ain't got to do nothing. You're just promoting stuff, and that's it.
yeah, pretty much like that's all you're doing. We just have like a table in front of us with promotions of stuff, maybe like candy or something, just stuff thrown up on the table, little
Oh, okay.
giveaways.
Do you have to wear a
Um,
uniform?
Yeah, we had to wear it was a certain shirt. And then we got shirts for each station. So we had to make sure we had the right shirt on for each station when we went to the event.
Well, other than the shirt, that was just pretty much it.
Yeah, I feel like that was pretty much what you did. I mean, um, yeah, I mean it wasn't like you said, it's not too bad. It was actually really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would definitely work for iHeartRadio or the Hornets, one or the other. I don't care. It
yeah.
just, I don't know, man. It's just like, oh, I just be hearing those stories about y'all work at these cool internships. I'll be like, dang, I was so close to working for Universal Music Group at one point, but they just still didn't pick me. I don't know why.
Oh no, see. And there's some places like I'll have people that I know who work there and I've tried and I can't get in. So
Yeah, it's like it's just nothing. It's just crazy because like for the whole because it was like for like at school they got the whole Thurgood Marshall thing. My mentor hooked me up with for us to hop on, and it's just
mhm.
they had to break us in breakout rooms and everything. And then I should because we had to deal with like a lot of hypothetical situations like for A&R type problems. Like it's like if an
Mhm.
artist acted out, or artist did this, like what we're gonna do to like have to like counter the negativity with that. And then like I would just like like ask to vote for everybody, write down everything. I would just be like the main on team lead basic type stuff. And it was just like I feel like I don't know, I feel like maybe because I was wearing like a woolly hat and everything, But it was like, it's just for some other personal reason and everything. So I wasn't really all the way dressed up, but it's like I was definitely professional. So it's just like,
Right.
but it just, I don't know. I felt so bad because I felt like it's just like, I feel like I was working out. I was really stepping out my comfort zone. They still like look at the corner and be like, nah, we can't hire this dude. I'm like, man,
Right.
that would
Yeah, I
have
don't like that.
that would have been a good internship, man. I wish I would have worked for Universal Music Group. That would have been amazing.
Keep
But
trying, man.
not in God's plan, though. But anyway, in regards to DJing and everything, I understand you pretty much. When it comes to DJing, you're more focused on chopped and screwed. What led you into the track of doing chopped and screwed? Cause I know the history of hip hop and everything. Chopped and screwed is more like a Texas thing, right? Like a Houston type thing.
Yeah, that's funny that you said that. What got me into it, I just love the music itself. Um, Especially I think at the time, Chop and Screw was kind of coming back out when I started. And so I would just be listening to other people make it. And I would just say, like, what if it was with this song? I would try to find like random songs to Chop and Screw. So, but really it started out as just like a hobby. It was just something I did for fun in my room. Um, and I didn't even know that I was doing it for a purpose. I was just like, oh, I'm having fun with this. But yeah, I to get into it, I had to learn a lot at first because I really didn't know much about it. It was just that I liked it. And then once I got into it, like I said, it's funny that you said Houston, Texas, because that's where the friend of mine was from. And that's how I met her. Yeah, and so that's why like my event, the boiler room event that I did this past year, it was in Texas. It was based out of Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay. So you had to. Oh, I gotta let my dog out. So you had to fly out to Houston, Texas for an event called the Boiler Room event. Is that what it called?
Yes. So actually I've been to Houston a couple times. Um but yeah, I had to fly out to Houston for a boiler room. Boiler room is another international site. It's based for DJs, like live DJs. They do a lot of live events. Um and artists too. But yeah, it's fully international. That was their first time coming to a different place in the United States. Like they had been to New York and, Florida or maybe just LA, but they hadn't ventured out into other places in the US. So they wanted to do Texas, but they didn't know what to do with Texas. And they found my friend and her music and was like, yeah, we want to do this.
Wow, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just like so it's like so like Houston, Texas is like the mecca of chopped and screwed type stuff. Like that's where it was started.
I will say yes. When I went there, it was so prevalent and I could like, how you can go into like a little side music store,
Mhm.
um, or something, and they just have like chopped and screwed CDs everywhere and full vinyls and tapes. It was just cool to see.
That is so cool. So they were like basically chopping, screwing like vinyl takes, basically.
Just anything. You can chop and screw anything, and that's what I love about it. It does not matter what the song is.
That is all right. So, what would be considered good quality chopped and screwed? Because I just be kind of dipping out and just kind of listen to it from time to time. Like I feel like there's certain songs that can be chopped and screwed, and I mess with it, and then there'll be other songs I'll be like, I'm not too sure about that. Like, what are some songs that are just like, yeah, like this chopped and screwed, like, yeah, okay, this works. Like, what are some qualities that are of a good, well produced chopped and screwed remix of a song?
Yeah, so what I would say is that like for help with finding one, you got for me, I listen to the production more than I listen to the words.
Mm.
So if I hear a song and I hear like the beat of a song or the rhythm of it, that's what I'm basing my chop and screwed off of. The lyrics, of course, are going to be like a huge point, but I like deal with that afterwards, if that makes sense.
Okay, and what would be the criteria of a song that needs to be chopped and screwed? Like you just listen to a song like, wow, this needs to be chopped and screwed. What are you looking for qualities in the song wise?
Um, Usually, I mean, for me, when I started out, I would say like I would stick with the same type of producers because I already know that their music is going to be good, chopped and screwed. Or like I would stay with the same artists. Like one of my favorite producers, of course, is like Pharrell.
Mm.
Any song by Pharrell can be chopped and screwed. His production is one of my favorites. It's one of the best in my opinion. Um, and literally, you can just take a song of his and just slow it down to any tempo, and it'll work.
Oh, okay.
And
So
so for
just
me, that feels like easy songs.
okay. So like, would you say like a good song to chop and screw is just one that's just very well produced, like it has like it's very clear, like it has a whole lot of
Mhm.
instruments, like basically, or like there's so many layers to it.
Yes. So I will say this, like there's a rapper, her name is Baby Mother. And
Mm. Interesting.
I yeah. It's because she has 4 kids. So she
Okay,
calls
that's
herself
nice.
Baby Mother. Yeah. So but she's just cool too. And I love her music. And once I got like just in tune with her music, um and she uses different producers. She doesn't always use the same producer. So, and she'll use crazy beats to rap over. So it's hard sometimes, but I always make it work with her. I actually work with her personally. Um, she called me her personal chop and screwer, so that's the cool part. Uh, but
That's nice.
yeah, we it took some time because it's been years of me just like her music. I would randomly pick it and just pick a song and just chop and screw it, and then she saw it finally and she supported it. But yeah, like I even found, I would say production is just a huge part of it for me. Um, and I was able to find like another producer through her music, and now we're cool. So that was the cool part because she was like, I like how you were able to break down the beat to how you, and she was like, the fact that you actually listen to it. So it's really cool to just like to be able to support the artists themselves, but then also support the person who basically made the song.
Oh, okay, that's crazy. So it's like
Mhm.
so like this baby mother figure, she's very well known across the states, or just more like a cult following like MF Doom or like you know what I'm talking about. Just is she like a cult following type artist, or is she
Yeah,
just like she's okay, so she's more cult following that.
I would say that. And then she's international too, so that's the cool part. Like they love her overseas. So and but yeah, it's definitely like a cult following, I would say. She's built her own fan base over the years. So it's been really cool to watch and to see it grow. Because when I
Oh,
first started listening to her, it was big. Like she had a big fan base, but it wasn't as big as how it is now. So it was really cool to kind of see her over the years just grow as an artist.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's real crazy. That she be selling out like coliseums or just little like just little vendors here and there.
Yeah, so she just did a tour this past year,
Mm.
and she did mostly like clubs and like venues. She did smaller ones this year or this past year. And they were all sold out. Every single show was sold out. To the point where she's like, okay, now I'm realizing I might have to do bigger spaces so that everybody can come. So,
Wow, that is so crazy. That's
yeah.
amazing that you work with somebody so high profile. Does she got an Instagram by any chance?
Yeah, I do. My Instagram is feature your girl underscore. So that's
F
FEATYA
so FEATYA.
mm-hmm, GIRL, and there's an underscore at the end.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I
I would
see.
say it's also attached because I know you follow me. It's attached to my personal.
Yeah, your
Mm-hmm.
personal one. Yeah, we all know. Still waiting on that paternity test though.
Right.
But anyway, but I was also talking about baby mother's Instagram too.
Oh, okay.
Is it gonna be just baby mother? I don't know what would pop up. Like it's
Yeah,
just
it's no, it's BBY
okay.
and
Uh,
then
BBY. MU.
MUTHA. Yeah, MU.
MUTH. Oh, baby
So it's
mother.
big mother. Yeah.
Oh, she's verified. Oh, she has cherry on her thing. Oh, she has an orange afro with a gang bag.
Yeah, she's a very wild
Oh,
artist.
that is crazy. She's in her own lane. Oh,
And then
wow.
on top of that, the person I met through her, um, it was actually she puts people on. That's the other cool part. Um, a friend of mine, her name is Paris Aiden. I think I mentioned her when I did my motivation presentation.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, she was only like 16 when she started doing this. Right now she's like 23, but 16, and she was making beats for Baby Mother. And that's how I connected with Paris, is because I would chop and screw the songs and I didn't even notice it was Paris's beats. So it was really cool to connect with her. And now, like I know, I think I said, she just did the cover for her loss for Drake. The picture, that's her picture that she took.
Wow, that is so crazy. Oh, with Drake. Oh my gosh. Wait, so she took a picture with Drake, or
No, so the album cover, she took that picture of the girl,
oh, did,
Sookie.
did baby mother take the picture, or your friend took
No,
the
my
picture?
friend Paris Aiden. Yeah, my friend Paris Aiden took the picture.
Oh, okay. Did she put it on her Instagram?
Yeah, she's a huge DJ in Houston too, and international.
And what's her IG?
Her name is Paris Aiden, so Paris and then Aden.
Oh wow, you're
So yeah,
following some
she
heavy hitters. So
yeah,
she
that's just
took
random.
so she took the picture of the girl that was doing the whole her lost album cover.
Yeah, she was at a party and Sookie was there and she just thought Sookie was pretty and was like, "Can I take a picture of you?" and took a picture of her.
Does
And
Drake
then
pay her for that?
yes, he has. Because that picture was taken like a couple years ago, and I guess Drake saw it and was like, "I want that picture as my cover." And so they randomly hit her up and she was like, yeah, Drake can use my picture." Like,
That is so crazy. That is
right.
wild.
It was wild. When she called me, I was in shock. I didn't know what she was talking about at first.
And next thing you know, it's just all over the world, and now it's like the whole song with like Drake and Drake. 21, can you do something for me? It just automatically
Right.
becomes like a meme and everything. So
And then the cover was so like controversial for some reason.
yeah, because all of Drake's covers after Certified Lover Boy was just getting weirder
Hmm.
and weirder. So
Exactly. And everybody was like, what is this? Who is she? What does this mean?
it's just like, yeah, her loss. We have no clue whose loss it is specifically, but he just liked the picture. So it's like, did she take a picture of
Exactly.
the back cover of it? I ain't see the back cover of her loss yet.
No, no, no. It was just that front picture.
Okay, all right,
Hmm.
well, good to know that Drake likes what he likes. I did not
Yeah.
know I was like getting in some contact with so many celebrities through you. That is so weird. I wonder if I can get them on the podcast next season. That'd be weird. But your friend is still in
Okay.
Houston, right?
Yeah, Paris Aiden, she's in Houston. I talk to her a lot. So yeah, I mean, I can ask her. She she's a little crazy, so she is
I,
who she is, I'll say that. But I
I
can
don't,
ask her.
I don't know about crazy. Maybe she's like self-explanatory. I mean, self-expressive, very expressive. Who knows?
Yes, yes, very much so.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing. Houston is popping for real though, because I know
It is.
it's just like when you think about Houston and all the people it's influenced and everything. I know it especially influenced ASAP Rocky and the whole um ASAP mob situation to a certain degree. I know they
Right.
had their little Harlem in New York roots and everything, but I know Houston kind of like gave like that kind of like that sound because it was like I feel like a lot of other underground Houston because the chopped and screwed and the deep voices. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like
But you can think about it in some way, like I mean, Megan Thee Stallion, she's from Houston.
yeah.
So, it's a bunch of artists that are from Houston that are just really good.
Yeah, and they're starting to pop a whole lot more now. So it's just like
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just I feel like Houston's popping a whole lot. Like I wish Charlotte could be on that same wave, where it's like we got our own thing going, but it's just like we just let stuff fizzle out. And then when our artists get into hot water, we just go against them and everything, like the baby and everything.
Yeah.
What's your stance on the baby and all the country he's been getting into?
I stepped back from that.
Hmm.
Um, I don't listen to him or anything. Not like I did in the first place, really. So it wasn't that big of a deal for me. But um, yeah, I kind of stay out of that. I don't even know what's really going on with him. So
Yeah, it's just like I just want like all people in Charlotte, like artist wise, to just be supported and
yeah,
stuff of that nature. And it's just like with the baby, I feel like at least he has a cool fan base to support him.
yeah, he does. That's the good part. Like he still has that despite of
Yeah,
everything. So that's really cool.
Even though people like kind of cancel him a little bit and say like, oh, he didn't sell out like his tickets and everything at this stage. But I don't know. I support him. I hope that he gets back out of this slump and everything. You know, I know like maybe he might get in a controversy or get in a fight here, into an issue with his baby mama there. But it's
Yeah.
like
But there's so many Charlotte artists I feel that deserve a light and they don't have it. And that's where like my other friend's coming in. He's trying to create a space for artists in Charlotte so that they can get their shine. And
oh
so
really?
yeah, he's involved me in it. We've had 2 shows already. And the artists, they were very much, they have a couple songs and they just want to come up there and, sing their 3 songs or rap their 3 songs. And that's what we're doing for them. We give them that space to be able to do that.
That is crazy. And what's his IG?
Um, let's see, 'cause I kind of forgot his. I know he made one for the event. That one's called Almost Never Counts.
That's almost. It's called. That's almost never counts.
Or just Almost Never Counts.
Okay. Hey, can
Mhm.
I search it up on Instagram or it's just like almost?
Yeah, Almost Never Counts. And then it'll come up. It'll say like Almost Never Counts presents.
Oh wow. Okay, I see it. Dang,
Mhm.
that's crazy. And this is the
So,
guy that runs it. I know that it's like you
yeah.
know his
This is
name
a guy. He's a
his
friend of
name's
mine.
Good God Dom or something.
No, that's one of my other friends that rap, who was actually at our first event. This guy is Tico.
Tico.
Or Otto Bras. I'm sorry, Otto
Okay, Otto,
Bras.
bro. I think I
Mhm.
follow him already.
His music is really good.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
it gives like I don't even want to put him in like a space. You just have to listen to it. It's very I would say like I don't know, it touches you. He's singing from his or not singing, I'm sorry. He's rapping from his heart. So I think it's really great. And the
Oh,
beats are great.
okay, I'll just check in with him. Maybe I might want to get another interview because it's just crazy how it's like there's more and more people to interview and stuff. And now I only got like 4 more
Yeah.
episodes to do after you, which is crazy I even made it this far because like now I'm in a position like, oh, damn, will I be able to get enough interviews? And now it's like, oh, wow, I got a whole
Yeah.
lot of interviews. And I was like,
And
damn,
I'm
I'm
glad
really
I
getting
found this with you and I'm glad that you're doing this because like now I'm thinking like of course Otto Bras he would love to have you either or I would definitely throw it out for him, to have you at an event. Even if you want to do podcasts, even if you want to showcase your music, however, we're
Mm.
looking for new people. We're gonna have another event. So and these are going to keep rolling. So I would definitely be in contact with you.
Okay, when y'all having y'all next event?
We haven't decided yet. I feel like my birthday is kind of going to be one, but I'm not going to do like any artist at mine. Uh but
Oh, okay. And when is your birthday coming up?
January 18th,
Oh yeah,
Capricorn.
you're a Capricorn. I forgot.
Yes.
I
Yes.
even said that in the Europe chat and everything. Oh, she's a
Yes.
Capricorn. The Black Force energy. Yeah, how do you feel when people say Capricorn's got that Black Force energy?
I don't even know what that means. You're the first person that said that to me.
Okay, well, they say Black Force energy is, people who got Black Force, so we be wearing Black Force ones and everything. They usually be beating people up a whole lot. So it's like, oh, maybe y'all just kind of like aggressive. Y'all just kind of like y'all don't let nobody play about y'all. Like I don't
I
know.
think that's it. I think that's it. We don't let nobody play about us. I think that's it. That's how I feel. That's the
Dang.
only reason I'll put my black forces on.
Oh, so you have Black Force?
I do not.
Okay. I'm about to say that'd be a crazy coincidence, but then it wouldn't be too out of typical,
Yeah,
for.
I'm not against them. I understand where it's coming from.
And I know because I was like I know I met a couple Capricorn. Even my uncle's a Capricorn, but it's like when I think about Aquarius, because I'm an Aquarius, like okay, we're humanitarian, we're highly intellectual, we're eccentric,
Hmm.
kind of weird, but we're very very detached. So like, what is like Capricorn's thing? If you could like describe it in your own words.
Ooh, I would say like for me, money is very a big part.
Mm,
Um, and not even just like making money, keeping your money, budgeting your money, everything. Make sure you know what you're going to spend your money on. Um,
so y'all financially conscious, but
yes, I would definitely say that. Try
okay.
to be.
Oh, okay. What are some other things?
Like very achievable. Like it's either I'm gonna be CEO or I'm not at all.
I could definitely see that because it's like literally even like without the CPCC thing, that you really managed to get like internships at iHeartRadio, and then you
Right.
got your whole chopped and screwed thing going on and everything. So I know it's like Capricorns are very very ambitious. Like naturally, I don't know
Yeah.
what's the deal. What are some other things besides that? Because I know that's damn true.
I'm trying to think of like something else. Um, I feel like we're really nice. Like we're really like we're good listeners. I would say that. Especially for myself. I know I try to listen, take in everything someone says. Um, so yeah, I feel like they can be attentive too.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of hit and miss for me. I don't know.
Yeah, it
I
definitely
beef with
is.
a couple Capricorns in my past, so it's just
Right.
like what I do. Like I'm an Aquarius. I be trying to chill or whatever, and then it's like everybody has an issue with me, and then they want to hop onto it and everything. It's
I
just
would say Capricorns mainly are aren't chill. I would say I'm one that is like. There's very few that are, but most of them are like, no, I'm not chill. I have to be doing something. Like, why are
mm,
we not doing something?
okay. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. And everything. I know there's probably good Aquarius out there. I know I'm a good Aquarius. I don't be trying to hurt nobody.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
was
like
gonna
I know that
say all the Aquarius I know are really cool.
yeah, like I know I met a Aquarius here and there that was like kind of like head ass because like we all trying to save the world, but saving the world might
Yeah,
be completely different things to each of us. Sometimes so
yeah. I was
it's
gonna
a
say no. Trust me, I've met a Capricorn. I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't deal with you. It made me felt like, am I like this? And I was like, no, I'm not like this.
yeah. I feel like personality and upbringing also plays a bit of something
Yes,
into it to a certain
a huge
degree.
part.
Huge part into it. But we've been talking about a whole lot of matters and everything, uh, and stuff. But we're getting pretty close to the hour mark. I just want to ask you before we go off. What are some final words you want to let the audience know before we go off?
Um, uh, Honestly, what I really want everybody to know is just like, don't stop with what you want to do. Um, I spoke about how long it's been with me working on everything. Just know that that's even if it's you have don't have the patience for it, even if it feels like it's taking too long, just know that you can keep going. Don't ever
Mm.
stop. I really believe don't ever stop going towards something that you really love. Keep pushing.
Okay, yeah, no, I could definitely see that for sure, man. Like you really got to keep pushing. Consistency is really like the key to like really trying to achieve anything in life. I
Yeah.
feel like progressive progress does prevail over time, which is like what the triple P means in my mixtape. Ego trip. There's three P's like progressive progress prevails.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like just stuff of that nature. It's just like you should just things like that should definitely fuel you to achieve whatever. Like you got to see it in your mind's eye, everything that you envision, and really just try to take the steps to realize that. And I just feel like anything can be achieved through God and through the determination and
Right.
consistency to really make that work for you. Everybody's path is different, but you can pretty much steer what direction your path goes as long as you're dedicated to something more positive and uplifting. And just
Right.
just generally, just as long as you're just got your eye on the ball, you shouldn't have to worry about anything. Although there might be some things that might throw a monkey wrench here and there, but
Yeah.
stay focused. Stay
Of
focused.
course. Life gonna throw a couple hands at you here
Yeah,
and there. You
gotta
gotta expect that. But that shouldn't deter you. You should just see it as like a stepping stone. Like, okay, that happened, but I gotta move forward.
definitely couldn't have said it better for real. All right, but that's it for the Mental Threads podcast. We are sewing in, and now we are sewing out. All right, take care.